Welcome in everyone to Flyover Footy. My name is Matt Baker here with a YouTube special, an interview with Michael Wentzel, new signing and center back for St. Louis City SC. Fresh off their loss against Colorado, looking ahead to Vancouver, I had the chance to chat with Michael Wentzel after training on a Tuesday. Here is that interview in full. Michael, thanks for taking the time with us here on Flyover Footy. How are you feeling after the last game?
Yeah, I think it was a tough one for us. We didn't play at our best. Colorado played a decent game, and I think overall, we just have to look what we could do better, and have to do that on Saturday at home.
Coming up from City 2, what would you say some of the differences are between how you trained and just the overall competition level at City 2 versus what you've been seeing at the MLS level now a little more consistently?
Yeah, of course, it's higher speed, it's more physical, but I feel like we share the principles. The second team also plays a really good season this year, so I think it's a quite easy transition in terms of style of play. Obviously, the quality and the speed is much higher, but like I said, it's just about knowing what your roles are on the field and trying to execute them as best as possible.
Speaking of those roles, captain of City 2 versus coming up here and partnering with Tim Parker, what's that dynamic been like where you're leading the team with City 2 and now you're alongside a veteran of Parker's caliber?
Yeah, I mean, just playing with Tim is great. Playing with all the other center backs for the first team is great as well. Played a couple of games with Josh, with Kyle, also at City 2. For example, last year, Joachim was there as well. So just sharing the field with them, communicating to each other on the field, just trying to learn as much as possible, and also trying to be vocal on the field, because just out of my position being a center back, I feel like that's one of the responsibilities you have, being vocal, trying to lead from behind. You have the game in front of you, you have to tell your sixes or the guys in front of you what you see. So I try to do the same as I do with the second team, and being a captain for the second team is always an honor, but I always say just because I have the captain's armband, I'm not playing any different, and that will help me with the first team now as well, because I'm on the field and I just try to play my part.
Was there any sort of transition between captaining City 2? Are you still the captain with City 2?
So I mean, no conversations, but like I said, for me, the captain's armband is nothing which should be talked about in terms of who's captain, whatever. It's just I know a lot of guys from the second team are also taking a lot of responsibility, and at the end it really doesn't matter. It's whoever's on the field has to step up for each other, and like I said, the captain's armband is nothing anybody here worry about.
Still as vocal on City as you are with City 2, and then the overall organizational philosophy seems to be pretty similar between the two, so kind of seamless in moving up.
Yeah, sure. I think the principles are the same. You see it also in the coaching change. The main principles stay the same. Obviously, we have some changes we want to implement as well, which are great and which start to click on the field now today in training as well. So I think it's just part of the game that you always have to adapt as a player. And that's no matter where you are, where you play. It's just adapting and making good decisions on the field.
How did it feel to get that first team contract?
Oh, great. It's definitely a long goal of mine since I came here. But I think, just thank you to everybody who helped me on the way, especially City 2 coaching staff. They're doing an unbelievable job. All of them, Bobby, Chris, Sam, I can say all the names, TK, and everybody's just doing an amazing job. Mix as well, coming in from the first team from last year. Just I think it's a good pathway, and it's working out. You see it with Jaden and Johnny Klein. So I'm not the only one, and I think a lot more will follow in the future.
How has training been this week after the loss against Colorado, focusing on Vancouver, and training under John Hackworth in general? What's that been like leading up to this next week?
I mean, for me, after a game like we had, personally, I didn't feel really happy with my game on Sunday. So for me, it's just very important to get out on the field as quickly as possible again, and flush all the emotions out and just move on. And that's why beautiful weather today. It was very important just to get out on the field and just to start working. The last couple of weeks or games we didn't have a lot of time building up to the game. So now we can really start having our normal build up, to implement our new changes, and that's what we did today.
Your individual style, your individual gameplay with Tim Parker or with anybody on the city backline, do you feel you're more of that last man back? Are you more of that pushed as part of the press, or is it dynamic during the game?
I think it's very dynamic. I think just 11 players attack, 11 players defend. I think that's what we live by. I think the goals we conceded were definitely too easy, but like I said, it's not just one player that's defending. It's all of us, and it's also all of us attacking. So we try to push up into rest defense if we are in attack, and then also play out from the back to start the attack. So it's just a fluid ongoing thing on the field.
And then Vancouver coming up. Is there anything added on to this game aside from it's a 6-point game against a division or conference rival? The fact that the last time you played Vancouver was Bradley Carnell's last game. Is there anything that plays into wanting to get this win against Vancouver?
I think you always want to win a game, and especially if you lost a game like you lost against Vancouver with some crazy goals. To be honest, there's definitely some anger in you that you want to set the record clear, and I think that's definitely a part of it. But on the other hand, we just have to focus on ourselves and look at what we're able to do, what we can control, and that's what we have to do now, and also every day building up to the game, and then especially on game day.
One last question, completely off topic. I saw an MLS Next Pro interview with you where you said you pronounce your name Michel.
Michel. Yeah.
Is that how the teammates refer to you? Where did Michael come from?
So we have some German-speaking guys on our team, and they call me Misha or Michi because the CH in German is a bit different. It's pretty hard to pronounce for Americans. So, that's why I always say my name is Michael. I was born in the U.S., so my parents call me Michael, but here I'm Michael. Yeah, so
Perfect.
that's fine.
Well, Michel, Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.